Welcome to the Four Corners series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And we're picking up on the 12th of March 1927, which is nearly a year on from the end of the last video. And I'll explain the reason for doing that in a little while. But first, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about. Now, some of you did give me some suggestions around the orphanages with respect to down here, with the fact that changing these settings. And I've been playing around with them a bit. But one problem I am having is workforce. Is that one is actually getting the workforce in here, and two, the number of staff. Because what I've been trying to do is improve this, but if I push this up a high, I can get it down to about 4% in each one. But what I've had to do is reduce the government loyalty to 25%. Because my current average one is 32%. One of the problems is that if you set this loyalty too high, what happens is you can't get the staff in there. Like here, we got 5 staff in here, and that's at 25%. Although part of the problem is also the fact that still a bit of a worker shortage going on there as well. Now, somebody did point out about meat, and I think I've got quite a surplus of meat here at the moment. But what I'm thinking about is moving this, because another problem I've got is getting the staff into here, which is giving me problems with coverage. And if I show you here, we come into here, I show you the coverage. In fact, oh, this is not too bad actually. They are actually visiting the buildings, but we get these buildings here, which means we don't know who's in here. And what that means is the fact that anyone in this building can work in any place, as far as I can tell. And that is the reason why I'm about a year on, because what I decided to do was, one, I wanted to get through another winter, plus I wanted to make a bit more progress with respect to getting a few things done, because it was getting into a bit of an impasse. And as somebody pointed out, that I really need to get this radio station finished. But the problem is that I've been importing steel to try and get this going. In fact, we'll speed the game up a bit now. We're importing steel to try and get this going, but it's still taking a long time. And then of course the problem's going to be is getting a workforce into here, because you can see we are actually filling up this area here. There's a little bit more slack there, a little bit more slack there. So what I'm kind of thinking is to put another residence in here. We've got this building over here, but part of me says I might want to expand this way. So what I want to do is we're going to put in, no, we'll go this way, residential, and what I would like is another block for 100 workers. I'm just going to put that in about there, and then we'll put a footpath up there, because I've been kind of thinking a little bit how I can try and solve these problems. And what I'm going to be doing is, rather than going down and possibly setting up another village, what I'm going to try and do is grow these available villages as much as possible, so that we got more workforce in here. And part of what I've been working on is over here. I've created another tiny construction office here, because what I want to do is clear out this area a little bit, get some space in here. And for that view also, what I've done is I'm starting to build a new open store here, a small one, so that I could possibly get rid of this one, and then say that would give me some space. Because another possible option is to put in another police intelligence office here. I'm just going to drop that down, because I don't think we're just not getting the police officers in here, or the secret of the police officers. Let's check the coverage here, because I'm starting to think that if you've got buildings like this is what's causing your problem. So you do need to get as much coverage into here as possible. I mean, I have considered possibly allocating one of these to here, but he only really needs 36 workers, so I don't really want to split things out a little bit. So far as I can tell, my giving them their own private horses is not exactly that. You can see I keep getting these messages, although that one seems to relate to somebody moving in here. Yeah, this one's 25%. And just to show you the loyalty here, again, you can see part of the problem is actually the coverage with the respect to the amount of workforce in here, but part of that is down to the fact that we don't really have a large number of people working in this area. Really what we need to do is get another one of these built. We're just going to put in excavators, bulk supply. What we need boards, don't we? So we'll put in that. So that's what I want to try and do, is just keep expanding here as much as possible, get more and more people in here, because I think that's adding to the overall problem. I don't think the loyalty is actually going to increase until I've got a stronger population in all these areas. Now, to give you a bit of an update here, I've completed this pipe, so we're now got oil into here, and we're on the point, getting very close to putting some steel into here. And what I was doing, it's one of the reasons why the money's a bit low. I have been importing steel. I can't remember if we've got somebody still importing the steel here, or whether I've shut it down. Just go up and check up here, because the other thing I'm also considering is building some more statues, because we got this one here. I've got this statue of Lenin here, and what I'm thinking is that maybe if I could get another statue set up here, because we got a little bit of a slot here. So if I take this out and then see if we can get in another statue up here. I know it's kind of being a bit gamey, but I think at the moment, just to get that loyalty up, I want everything I can possibly get. Is probably the polite way of saying it. Just build that in there. That should get picked up. In fact, what we'll do is assign the New Hope workers here. I was just gonna do in here. I keep looking at this very nervously, because I'm just wondering what happens if the average drops below 30%, whether we're going to get a population collapse. Right, we've now got this here, and what I'd like to do, right, I've got absolutely no jobs at all at the moment. Oh, so you have got piles of jobs, and what we're going to do is rename you New Hope. I don't know if you can. I call it New Hope Bulk 2 for the moment. Due to the gravel pickup there, and the asphalt. It's asphalt, I think, isn't it? Just check. And then what I'm going to do is assign, move a couple of you up to, or start moving quite a few up to here. Like that. That might be all of them actually. And then like this guy should be on auto sign. I don't want you to detect conveyors. I just want you to build factory connections. I don't want Svervoort. Yeah, Star Monument you can do. Where are you? You're just wandering back this way. What we can do is send you as well. And then that means this is empty. I want to demolish you. And this is going to be part of the general town development plan. You've dropped off 1.8 tons of steel. If we get this built, we can build the the new store there. Then I have to change everything that way. I think this area we can just let things run. So we could put another statue in over here. Just wondering. So we got one there. We got a statue of Lenin here. And I'm just wondering if we can get in another statue. Just if we can get one just behind here. So I say I am a little bit uncomfortable about doing this, but at the moment I'll try anything. It's probably the polite way of saying it. Nope, don't want the Red Star Monument. We need the. Let's get that built there. And just to show you the population, we currently got a population of 2,947. So the population is growing, and we've got the workforce, and we've got unemployed workers, but I can't really find them at the moment. Workers, low education. Okay, we've got a bit of an education problem as well, because our university is a little bit overworked, and I think this is the reason why I put this in. But at the moment I'm slightly more interested in getting this built. The other project I've put in is something I noticed through the winter is the fact that, see here, it says the temperature too low, so people don't seem to want to come into here with the temperatures too low. So what I've done is that I've put in a heating plant here, which is underbuilt, and we're also going to put a wood cutting post here, and hopefully that will be in, these will be in range of this power. And then what I'm considering is that we've got the shop here, and what I'll put them in just to show you. What I'm considering is that we're going to put in a couple of fairly modern buildings here. Put one there, put one there. And the idea is that these might actually increase the population here. So we'll have Tudor Village on this side, and then this will start the blend towards the new city centre here. The other thing that's also finished and up and running is the food factory here, which means that we're not having to ship food all the way up to here, and that should keep things going that way. We've still got quite a lot of food surplus. And what actually happened is because I'm not really consuming the food, not the food, the crops. We actually lost a few, about 100 tons of crops, due to the fact that the wagons that were trying to bring the crops in from the field had to go really long distances. And we do need to find a way to consume crops, but at the same time, I'm not that worried. So we've got another 18 tons of steel there. And the other thing I think I'm also working on here is we're currently working on building some, I think these are open holes. And the reason I'm building those is for the forestry over here. So I think that covers all the general problems. I just want to check the coverage a little. See, we got reasonable coverage here now, except for this one, see? And traffic jam. And over here, again, we've got two, see? And this is why I think I might need a second one of these, or a bigger option, because I don't think these horses really can move around fast enough. I don't know what's the top speed of a horse. Let me just see. Because the other option I am considering is personal cars, should they become available. Riding horse. Yeah, see, the top speed of a riding horse is 18 kilometers an hour. But at the moment, it's our only option. But if I can get a personal car, and that's one of the reasons why I want to build this money up as well, is what we'll do is, well, no matter whatever that car is, as long as it's faster than 18 kilometers an hour, so what we'll do is equip all the secret police with vehicles. Let's just have a look here now. you've got there. I think what I'm going to do is switch that auto detect up to when we built a massive road. Well, we've got some construction out here, but it's gone. So we picked up some more unfinished footpaths. So we'll just let those guys run that way as well. This is built. This is built now. I'll set you to steel. Thanks. Actually, now what I've got to do is find whoever is working to here. So it's materials to Titus, and this is New Hope steel, isn't it? What we need to do is set you there as the pickup steel. I mean, it's going to cause a bit of disruption. And we're just going to move you. And I think we need you to unload there. And just remove you. And I think at the moment we're not actually importing anybody there. What we just need to do is make sure there's nobody wandering down here at the moment. Right, we need you. New Hope bolts to road crew, concrete, and New Hope steel. So we're just going to get you there, see if we can build that second monument there. What I'm going to do is destroy you. Do now is just see if I can get in. Oops, that's way too big. Secret police. Why is this needing? We can get the building in, but we can't really get the road connection unless I can get it in like this. What I'm thinking is if I bring it down here, we might get some extra cover. So let's just put this in like that. Let's see if we can get that road connection. Probably say road too tight. But that will come in like that. And that should get picked up by necessary. So should this and that. And I'm hoping that by having it more in the center here, we might improve the coverage a bit. We need you on being built as well. Bulk supply, excavators, workers, open transport, and we need concrete and Titus concrete. Try and get you built. So it's still 32%. Now that out the way, what I want to do now is talk a little bit about up here, because we are on 1927, and I think it's what I really need to do now is have a bit of a change of pace up here. Up here I built this small power plant, but I think I'm being a little bit too kind of negative. So what I'm doing, what have we got here? We've got a conveyor tower here. Apologies for the break in the video, but we just had a delivery and my wife's not in a moment, so I had to go down and collect it. Back to what I was saying is that I'm thinking about going for a more bigger power plant. I was looking through this, and I think I found one. I think this is the one here. It because some of these actually, I mean, I did have a couple of other good candidates, but they actually have prefabs. But this 1930s power plant is pretty big, but I think, and it produces 1,320 megawatts. So what I'm thinking, and it is coal powered. So what I'm thinking at the moment is to possibly get this in here and make this into a proper project like that, and then hopefully we can build this up, and then rather than relying on all these wind turbines, so hopefully Tudor Town here will build up, and then we'll be able to get the workforce out here to start putting this together, because this needs to be the next project, is getting some coal and iron down here, getting some steel production going. So rather than expanding any further, we just need to concentrate on our little microcosm here, because of course once we get to, I think it's 1928, Stalin finally consolidates his power, and we will be looking at the 5-year plans and the industrialization program. And of course the other thing we'll be needing to look at is possibly bringing in a fairly large farm up here, rather than having these small patchwork of farms. Then this kind of spins that to here, and I've kind of been looking around trying to find somewhere where we could possibly put some meat production. And there's kind of part of me says out here, but because I'd like to get these fields down just to allow for a bit more growth in this area, is probably the way to say loyalty seems too low. Yes, I know. But I think what we do need is accommodation out here to get the population to grow. You can see we're just approaching 3,000. So despite the loyalty being low, we are still kind of keeping everybody happy. Now, one thing I did put in here is the old cinema building here, because again, this theatre causes a bit of a problem when the winter comes, but at the moment the priority, I would really like to keep the priority on this, because I think getting the heating plant up here will be quite advantageous. I must admit, this series is starting to make me think very hard about what I'm trying to do. Okay, no resources. Resources missing. What's it? We got crops. I've got a feeling. Have I got a covered hole? Yeah, we got a couple of covered holes, and I'm just trying to think if I can use them a bit. Because I think part of the problem is that you can see we've already used up this. Oh, we got a fire. You'll be okay. See, we've already used up the crops in this area, but we're not really bringing them down very quickly from this area. And what I'm thinking is that we add some more silos to here. Where is it? It's over here, isn't it? Put you, and possibly you there. And what we're going to do is you can deliver to there, unload 100%. And the other thing I would like to do is deliver to there 100%. Now we do have, oh no, we're actually taking the crops from there as well. So we are consuming a lot of crops here, but the problem is we're not bringing the crops down from above. So I need some covered holes. I think what okay, let me just get here. This is open hole. What we'll do is we're Tell it to build some covered holes. And then, actually, have I got any covered holes up here? I got in here. Horse, concrete, frame. So we got some odds and bits and pieces here. So we got the in there. I just feel the need to kind of keep the crops flowing down to here. In fact, I kind of feel a little bit like maybe we need a dedicated shipment area here to bring the crops down from this area to just try and keep everything going and this going. I think something tells me I do need to try and sort this distribution system out a bit. It seems a little bit unstable, erratic. We've got clothes, we got alcohol. These guys are just wandering backwards and forwards. I think we're going to stop them picking up from here. New Hope fabric crops. Yeah. Let's just go through this. So you're picking up from the rural store. And New Hope food storage. You're loading from New Hope fabric factory. It's there, which is a bit strange. That's the fabric. You're moving to there. You're picking up from the silo. Why are you loading? I think we don't need you picking up from there. Because you're... So you can pick up from New Hope silo, New Hope rural store, and you can deliver to New Hope food storage and fabric crops. Yeah, because this has become a kind of a continuous loop. So that fixes that problem. We've got 37 tons there. We've got 48 tons in there. Yeah, I really feel I need to sort out the crop distribution. Now we've got a... what we call it here, the 28th of May. Nobody's coming up here at us at the moment, is it? Let me just build a temporary road. Can I build a... there. And what I'm going to do is, I think it's time to start graveling in this road here. So right, these guys have picked up that. We'll just start to gravel up this section of road here. Where was I looking at? These guys here. Where are you picking up from? Yeah, I'm starting to think that no, we need a dedicated. We definitely need a dedicated office to move these crops around a bit now. You just need gravel and concrete. What we're going to do is just drop you in there. You should get picked up and built. Put New Hope workers on there. And then what we'll have is get some covered holes in here. And then they can start just bringing everything down from this area here, because we got this kind of situation where we got lots of crops stored here, up here. Well, this is now emptying out as well quite nicely. And we got crops up here, which we need to do. What's the average now? Is it still at 32%? Just kind of gain. See, we don't gain. I'm pretty sure it's just the horses. I don't think the horses are getting around quick enough. We're getting the staff in here now. It's just not. If we pass 3,000, yep, we just got past 3,000. So our population is growing. We just need to. Isn't it surprise steel? I'm gonna start importing steel again. Sorry, I've got lost again. So just gonna pick up this guy. You can come to here, pick up steel, and you can over it to here, unload steel. I mean, I've had several suggestions that I should be doing it, and I think that's something that we do need to consider. How's mine? Yeah, my bulk supply crew are out and about, and I think that's going to work. I just want to check. We need to put some trees in here. I'm starting to get the impression also that I need to get away from using the trees to. Oops, thank you, game. Need to get away from using trees for as my raw material. Got over here as well. And just come back over here. Just put some more in here. I mean, fuel-wise, we're doing okay. See, we've got loads of bitumen, and we got loads of fuel. We could probably export more if we wanted to, because of course, one thing I haven't built yet is these tanks here, but they're low priority. Getting very close, but just need another 3.1 tons of steel. And we'll get this going. And what that would mean is we'll save probably a lot of food, fuel, whatever you want to call it, with respect to not using these little wagons. Probably sell off a few of them actually. Sell off one of those for a. Got a silo. We're going to need to add you as an unload point. Yeah. When the crops come in. You're going to come there. In fact, what I would say is we don't really need this now as a drop-off point. We can take you off of there and take you off of here now. No point having two drop-off points. So we can just view. Then eventually what we can do is increase the capacity. Yeah, this needs to be done. We've got Titus workers here, it's just that they haven't got round to doing it. Yeah, these guys are here. They're doing okay. I certainly would like to get this underway. In fact, I think we'll get the bulk supply stage done. And the concrete, we'll get that underway for the moment. So they're built the stage 1 level. That was the loyalty. This is back up to 38 in some places. So 35, 34, 34. So the loyalty is getting a little bit better, but it still says the average is 32. I think the problem is down here. I don't know, it's not that bad. Have a look. 36, 36. Of course, it's So there's some people here are unknown. I think it is climbing up very, very slowly. It's just, not being that good. I think we will build this. So, New Hope Road crew, workers, concrete, steel. Why are you? Oh, yeah, I need to change the pickup points now for the construction office here. Okay. Where's New Hope Steel? I think you're New Hope Steel, aren't you? We need to change. Steel. We need to put you onto here. And what that should do is fix that. Yep. I think that's the only office that picks up the steel. It's back to here. Missing plastics. New vehicle type available. We just got a boat. Ah, of course we can't see it, can we? Yeah, we got ourselves a. I don't even want to try and pronounce that. Sky Kodik Skip. New vehicle. Dollars again. Everything's for dollars. In fact, curiosity. We got any personal cars in here? Ambulances, bulldozers, concrete mixers, dry talk. No. Personal cars. Let me just see. Show all. We got here. We got a nice collection of vehicles, but you need steel as well. So everybody needs steel. This is quite nicely. This actually needs a footpath. Let me just check. Yes, this actually needs a footpath. So connect you up. So do you. You need a footpath. Anybody else needs a footpath? What we got here? What on earth is this? Let's just accept that. What is here? I get a feeling there might be a tower or something here. The bus stop. Yeah, we'll get rid of you. We're going to put something up here. We'll put, what's this? Oh, this is a refueling station that I put in as a template because we're going to need to possibly have trucks moving around here. Let's just start. We got a steel mill here and a power plant there. And then of course we're going to have, we've got this for the reprocessing, which could possibly come out like that. Cross. I want it to. You can. Certainly hook you up there. In fact, we're going to need to put a linking path in here. That, otherwise it just won't get built. Well, not very quickly anyway. I think probably we're going to need, we got a bus stop here for the steel mill, we got a bus stop here for the power plant and the 2 coal processing plants. But I don't really want to push out that way just at the moment. What I'd like to do is just catch up with some of these jobs that are down here. Yeah, traffic jam, where are you? Yeah, you're waiting because we're not consuming that much gravel. I can't really push the roads out any further because, well, I suppose I could, but I don't really think it would be useful, to be honest. I mean, we could on the 1st of July now. It's probably a bit late to try and fill these roads in. Just trying to think what's this here. Another refueling station. There's another refueling station there. I think what I might do is just build this one. It needs 1.4 tons of steel. So we just need concrete, gravel, and a tiny little bit of steel. And of course we need the tightest workers to do that. We can get that built because that's near enough to there. That means that we can start distributing a little bit more fuel. I think that would be quite neat. So that's going to work that way. See again, no agents in here. It's like almost like here. So this is now finished. My instinct is to kind of shoot some more people over to here, just to try and get a bit more population into this area, because I think we got enough population, as I say. Well, we got 47 unemployed people, but where are they? It's not saying that anyone's unemployed here. Oops. Because it's implying that we've got unemployed people here. 2 workers without a job. 5 citizens unable to participate in sport. But we've got sport up here, we've got missing staff, so we haven't got a critical mass here at the moment because we've got 37 there, 17 there, so that's, what's that, 47, 54, say 90, 92. 92 plus 19 is 102 plus 9 is 111, and it's 151. So you can say we got 191 people here, but they're not really, there's not really enough here for what we want to do. So we're going to need to build some more accommodation. If we can get this built, we can then think about building one of these, but I think maybe at the moment we'll just get another one of these Tudor residentials going. Bulk supply, workers, open transport. We'll just keep building in the Tudor buildings at the moment, as long as we got a few workers in here. As long as they're keeping this food's a bit low. I think the problem is now my trucks that were meant to be delivering the food from the Royal Bakery to the Tudor Market now are off running all over the map here. Maybe that's not such a good idea. I think I need some bit of food security here. Have we got any, what have we built up here? What we got? Yeah, got open holes. I think what we'll do is we'll move these guys. I'll move you here. I mean, we're on the 13th of July. We've got food there, and we just need to get it. We need some more, what we call it's in here. Oh, fire, 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 fire. We should be okay here. We've got the money for it, so I'm gonna buy a covered hole here. We'd buy a truck, couldn't we? 2.4 tons of 1.5 tons of food. I think what I'm going to do is, what have you got here? You're 1.5, both 30 kilometers an hour. I'm going to buy a couple of trucks here because, as I said in the previous video, I don't really want to manufacture too many trucks. You know, if we've got to buy them, we've got to buy them. And I think what we'll do is we'll put the trucks into here. So you can come there. Extra trucks into there. And then come back over to here. And I just want to check what I've queued up here. Open hole. Missing steel and plastics. We got no crops deliveries here. Yeah, we definitely need this finished and built. Right, medium logistics. You need New Hope concrete. New Hope. What's it? Steel, etc. And we need bulk supply. Bulk 2. And we're going to need New Hope workers there. Right, this will be nearly finished. Okay, we gained 1%. And we are crawling forward with that. What are you delivering? Another tiny little bit of steel there. We need to improve our security. Population 3,025. And let's say our average. Got lots of electronics here. I think who is distributing the electronics? I think what we might do is just change things a little bit here. You're not distributing the electronics. You, right, you're distributing New Hope shop. What we're going to do is be a little bit sneaky here. We don't have that much. What we'll do is we'll set you to there, and then we're going to remove you, because I think we've probably got enough in the way of electronics here to get us going. We've got a few radios. If we can get some more electronics over to here, we might better get, once the radio station's been built, we can get some propaganda going here. Right, I just want to check the population. Yeah, I think we need to get this underway now. So we need Titus concrete, open transport workers. Certainly going to need the excavators, and we're going to need the bulk supply. If we can get this built, we can build up the population here as well. Right, we're starting to bring this together. I'd really like to get this finished by the, how can you say, by the end of the year, so we can get workers up to there straight away. I don't know whether, yeah, if we could get some workforce over here, we could possibly get people living here. Right. The crops are starting to flow in now, or slowly. Of course, as fast as the crops are going to be delivered, we're probably going to be sending them to there. Right, the trucks over here should be I think we can take you off there. Should reduce this down. What are you guys doing? Yeah. No, this isn't really going to work, is it? Okay, plan D, B, whatever you want to call it. We can get a... Right, we've got a very tiny little single distribution office here. It's only... I think I have 4 vehicles in it. You got one with just 1 vehicle in it. You need steel, you don't. Got 4 vehicles. Okay, what we're going to do is just squeeze another distribution office just on this corner here. That. Okay, we'll just get this built. Excavators, Titus bulk supply, and Titus workers just to get that underway. And what we can do is put a single covered hole in here, whose sole job it will be is to move the food from here to here. I think that should be. I'm going to buy a covered hole here. I'm going to buy a 2-horse covered wagon. Your job is going to be pick up from here. Because the last thing I want, not from here. Because the last thing I want is for the... I think you can pick up from there. You can pick up food from here. I'll set the path up correctly when we actually get that distribution office set. And what he'll do is he will just bring the crops from here. And I think what we'll do is change this. We'll get this up to about 15 tons. Like that. And then we'll take the crops out of here. We'll be able to put the crops into the silo here. What we do need though is workers. Yeah, we just need to get workers up and running here. There's nobody near as such for all these buildings, so we do need these buildings up and running. Right, this is finished, but we do need to get these finished before we move forward with electricity problem. Yes, I know, game. We're down to 1.5 tons of steel there. If we can get that done, that effectively gives us a stable fuel supply. And I'm aware that I'm running out of time on the video, so we're just going to have a little bit of a run through and see where we got to. So we think we've lost population, haven't we? Yeah, we're just having a spate of a bit of a death wave now. Go back a little bit and just see. Yeah, we got a population full because we're getting. This is the problem because I've got low loyalty. We've got a low birth rate. We come down to here. The births is fluctuating. We're getting quite a few deaths, so we're kind of just losing a bit of population now. which is going to be a little bit of a pain in the neck. I mean, I could bring in some more immigrants, but I don't really want to do that unless I have to. Yeah, we've lost about 70 people across the map at the moment, and the loyalty is it's a little bit better, but we're still not getting the coverage here. This is kind of creeping up, but again, we've still got this inconsistency, and I think I'm pretty sure it's due to the fact that we don't really have a sufficient population for 3 villages. I mean, one alternative is that I depopulate. In fact, I'll pose this as a question, because one possible option is we've only got about 200 people here. If I depopulate Tudor village here and bring everyone back into this area here, or as many people as possible, although we don't really have the space for them here either, do we? Got a little bit of space there. How much space have we got in New Hope? Yeah, it looks like we're actually losing the lost the population from New Hope. I don't know what's that, which is a bit odd considering the fact that they're all completely happy. The only problem is, again, jolly old loyalty. Although it's just hovering on 30% at the moment. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.